Welcome, and welcome. I'm Chris. And we have Marcos here.
Hello, everyone. Thank
Yeah.
you for joining us. And we are here from our new Ringover studio.
Yes, we are here from the new Ringover studio, guys. So our live streams are going to a whole nother level. Welcome to AI and Staffing, AI for Staffing Agencies. My name is Chris. I am leading marketing here for North America, and we have Marcos here. And Marcos is our AI expert, but also he takes care of support. Marcos, you can let him know what your title is.
And the official title is Technical Support Expert. But
Yes.
we do a little bit of everything here.
He does a little bit of everything. He's like our solution engineer, technical support. He just does it
We do
all.
what we have to do.
Yes, we do what we have to do. So basically, just to go over some housekeeping rules, guys. So this is a lunch and learn. So after this event, I will be sending out those gift cards to those who qualify. So look for that email from me no later than 1:30 p.m. today. If you're on Eastern time. And then also throughout this event, feel free to ask us any questions in the chat. I have a support team here who can answer that, and Marcos and I will be answering questions as well. So look for immersive experience. We only have about a good 20-30 minutes. This experience is only just to get you ready or get your palette ready for AI, conversational AI. How should you use AI in your environment? So therefore, you can do a live demo with our sales team here at the end of this call. You can sign up. I'll drop those links in the chat, and we are ready to go. All right, so let's talk about conversational AI and what is conversational AI. Conversational AI basically is a conversational intelligence that allows you to analyze voice conversations through our platform. We use conversational AI in a different way. It's a blend of generative AI, and also conversational AI. So basically you can analyze calls, data, take notes, all of that good jazz. So Marcos, do you want to maybe time in a little bit more on the conversational AI?
Yeah, we are going to see that in detail. But actually, yeah, our conversational AI is our main product these days. We are putting a lot of effort. New features are coming all the time. So make sure that you're following us on LinkedIn, that you see the emails that we send, because it's hard to be up to date because we are releasing new things all the time. But yeah, you have the option to create summaries. We recently released custom summaries where you can actually decide what you want to see on the summary of the call. It could be even a report. We're gonna see that in the demo. And also you can create workflows that you can categorize calls according to what they are about, and the AI will just analyze the call and take care of that categorization. But yeah, and many other things that we'll see. And the idea is always to make life easier to recruiter and to help on those things that we don't want to do. Like we all like to do our jobs, and in technical support, I like to close tickets and get phone calls and get the challenge. But I don't like filling the note after to explain what happened during the call, how they had solved it. And the same for recruiters. You want to get the candidate, screen them, fill the position, send the offer letter. You want to spend half of your day writing notes, writing reports. So you can let the AI do those for you these days. So the days of the boring things are behind. So we are in the future now.
Yes, we are in the future. So automatic notes, automatic conversations, also for managers who's trying to analyze calls or understand the customer pain point or your candidate pain point. This is a big deal for a lot of that there in our platform. So basically breaking down Ringover, and AJ, you can bring over that Ringover slide. We are a cloud communications platform for modern teams. Basically, we connect voice, voicemail, social media, email, video, chat, and calls in one single platform. And guess what, guys? It's linked to your ATS and CRM. We have native integrations, and we'll go over those integrations later on. So I think we can just go ahead and get started with the demo, right? Because no more fluff, right? Straight to the money. Yes.
So what I'm gonna show is the Ringover dialer. This is the dialer, which basically is a phone. We don't want to be complex. I saw that other systems, you need to click somewhere to see the numbers. Here we want you to open it and see a phone. And we all know how to use a phone. So in this case, I'm going to show you the integration with Bullhorn, but we have, as we spoke earlier, we have a lot of integrations with multiple CRM and ATS. And all of them will have similar features, and depending on on the specifics of the integration, but most of them will have contact synchronization, will synchronize the calls, will create the notes when you contact the candidates. So what I was showing is that if you start a call to a candidate, during the call, you will be able to bring the contact from Bullhorn, and you can click and open the candidate contacts, and you can create notes and tags, and then those notes and tags will be reflected on Bullhorn. In this case, it's the candidate that I just contacted. I did a test call yesterday for the purpose of make the training easier. I didn't want to have like a live phone call that lasts like 10 minutes to make it easier. So this is just a phone call from yesterday where you can see the tag that I added, candidate call, the note that is screened for product trainer. There was a call from a recruiter, a screening call to see if they were a good fit for a product trainer position. And I asked this, and you can usually ask this, the AI by default, it will do a summary that it will just explain what happened in the call. It will say what happened first, what happened later. It's just the next steps. Yesterday, what was the solution of the call. But in this case, I customized that, and I asked the AI to not make a summary, but make a report, screening able to see and evaluate the situation of this candidate, trainer position, different things. And I asked this, and what are the projects, what are their skills, what are their summary, if they understand the position, if they have experience in the position, say what happened, if they're available to interview and to of the call, get to the office, they are close to the office, and then a final assessment. In this case, it says Alex 10% as a highly qualified candidate, and evaluate this, but you have all the information. And this is actually the sky is the limit. Here you can whatever projects or anything you want, like whatever you imagine. You need to understand the price, and it will be report, summaries, and anything. And the idea is after you end the call, you have a report. You have the office. Go and review your notes and create the report. The report will be there already. So that is one that will save you a lot of time. So this is how it looks like. You can see that the information from the AI is flowing to Bullhorn, and this is how our Empower looks like. This is the Empower dashboard. Is where our AI lives, and here we can see that all the information about the call. So we will have our list of calls. In this case, I have a support call recently. And let me see, I think this is the second one. So I can see, like, for every phone call, I will have the score. The score, you can configure it. It will depend on what are you trying to do. If it's a support call, you can score according to a support call. If it's a customer service, is this a recruiting call? If it's a sales call, you can have different calls according to the users that are doing them. And then you have a summaries. In this case, a simple summary is not customized, but it's just the regular. They will say the call was about this issue, the agent helped on this, and they end up with thanking for the conversation. So that's a normal summary. You have the topics that were discussed, moments, which are things that we saw on the last webinar that you can configure to identify specific moments if something happened during the call. And the post-call analysis that is actually can be configured right now to add some extra features. So let's see custom summaries that I spoke so much about them. So this is a call summary. You know that the generic summary is this one. And it's just basically, you can see the prompt that the AI is using is capture and summarize key insights from the call or meetings. It will basically be a summary and with the key insights, as it says. But in this case, I brought a custom summary that is this recruit them report. That is the one that we saw that it was on Bullhorn. And in this case, I created this with the name recruit them report. You can use a template or write a prompt. Use a template is like if you have generic use cases, like we have for sales, we have for customer service, to summarize those calls better. But if you want to do something completely different, like in this case, I tried to do, you can have a prompt that is actually, you can see how long is this. It says, I'm telling the AI, you are an expert assistant in evaluating candidates during recruitment interviews. Please analyze the interview transcript below and generate a professional, clear, and structured report. So then the report will be with bullet points and these different sections, different support, different sections and topics that I want to see. And that's what I saw on Bullhorn as a report. And here you see the preview for John Doe candidacy for sales manager, but it could be for all your calls. So that way you can have a lot of information and you can go as far as you want. Just ask the AI, and if you're not very good at writing prompts, you can write a draft, and then we have this option that it says refined with AI. And the AI will always assist you. The idea is that the AI not only helps you in your calls, but also helps you set up your system. So that's call summaries. It's pretty easy, simple to do. It's always, you can use words, normal words to tell them the AI what to do. And then we have something recently that is called these workflows. Workflow is something that you can, basically you have a condition, something that will trigger the workflow, and what happens when that condition is met, what it's gonna do. For example, I can have a workflow that is called a screening call, and you can actually have workflows that are triggered if the score of the call is too low, if the mood was negative or positive, duration, speech rates, keywords and phrases. So you can have all those that are features that we have, but you can also have an AI prompt. And I can tell the AI to analyze the call and identify if the call is a screening call. And I can always click on refine with AI to help it make it better. And then when I have a yes or no, when this action is triggered, I can actually flag the call with a specific flag that I create for this, or I can also add to the folder. So that way, if you can ask the AI to all your screening calls, go to this folder for screening calls, all the sales calls, all the cold calling, go to this folder. So you can organize everything automatically, so you can find it easier, and then you can filter easier, so you can find.
So Marcos, let's ask them some questions in the chat, right?
Yeah.
So chat, let us know, right? So in this use case, do you guys have any questions about us using workflows and what, I guess, triggers you could set up? So if you are running an agency and you're looking for someone who specializes in AI, what could they do? Like, they can set that up for someone who has a specialty skill in AI for analyzing the call?
No, actually anyone can set it up. It's
anyone.
Pretty simple to do.
Okay.
So you can just write the prompt, and basically the way you say it, if you want to, if you want to identify the calls that are this type, you can just write it here, then you can refine it with AI so it works better. And then anybody can do it. The idea is that you don't need like an IT person or an AI expert, software engineer to set this up. The idea is that it's easy to do.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So we have someone in the chat. They said, beyond our current CRM and ATS integration, what specific APIs does Empower offer for custom development of a unique internal workflows?
Yeah, so Empower, the API of Empower is being developed, but you can retrieve summaries, or you can get the information from the call, or all the calls, or the list of calls. You can check that in developer.ringover.com. There is a section that is called Empower, where you can see all the endpoints that we have for the API. And there's also an endpoint for transcriptions specifically, so you can retrieve or find those transcriptions. And
then also, Empower is still being updated constantly with our developer team. I did drop the conversational AI website for Empower here in the chat. From that standpoint, APIs is something definitely that we can set up for you if you're interested in that. Once you talk to one of our sales representatives, we'll connect with our developers as well, outside of what Marcos covered. Yeah, and you can always write. We also have support, even for the trial accounts. You can write to support at Ringover. Yeah. We'll lead you to those documents, or we'll help you, jump in a meeting and help you. Yes. Does that answer your question, Bill? I hope so. If not, you can definitely email us. Yeah, of course. We're almost about 5 minutes out. What else you
Okay.
want to go over?
Yeah, I have one last thing to show. That is something that also came recently, and it's this section that is called post-call analysis, which is also very helpful for some things. For example, one case that it will be helpful for a recruiter is salary, and I can ask the AI if salary expectations were discussed during the call. Please output or record the number. So then I put like the response will be a value and a number, positive or negative. I don't think that nobody will want a negative salary, but probably everybody wants a positive salary. But you can just save it, and then for all the calls, if the salary was discussed, you will see on the section of the call here in post-call analysis, you will be able to see the salary item. In this case, there's no data because the call was created before, but you can basically find quickly some information that you may need for different calls. Or the same, if you can say, analyze if it was a screening call, and point from 1 to 10 how good fit will be this person for the position, and according to the conversation. And then same, you can choose an output of the number, and then you can easily see that score, and then easily see the salary expect without having to search too much and in the details or go to read the whole conversation. So that's really helpful to get like few little things that you may need to categorize calls or to analyze some things. So again, like these are just two examples, but anything you can imagine that you can write how to ask the AI, you can do it. That's why it's so powerful, because I'm sure that people will come up with things that we never imagined that we could do, because it's almost out of our control. The possibilities, they're endless.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what all I have from today. We have a few other things like moments and custom vocabulary. We went through those on previous webinars. You can always check those, and we also have documentation. You can and yeah, you can always also reach out to us, and we'll help you with any question you have.
Yeah, so let's talk about integrations, because that's a hot topic, right?
Yeah.
Before we go. So let's talk about how many integrations do we have, Marcos?
I don't know. We might be around 100 if I'm right.
You're right? And it's always growing. So we have 100+ integrations. And I feel like our best feature about Ringover is that our integrations are native. And therefore, we're not using like another third-party tool to integrate into your CRM or ATS. We actually built these integrations with our developer team here at Ringover. Yeah. Do you want to talk about some major ones? I know like HubSpot, Zendesk from a CRM perspective is there, Zoho, Salesforce, Monday. What are some of our ATSs are?
Yeah, so I have the ATS list here, and we have Access Recruitment, Acquire, Bullhorn that we saw, Crelate, Firefish Software, Flatcher, Invenia, JobAdder, Recruit CRM, Recruitee, Target Recruit, TempWorks, Tool for Staffing, Vincere, and Soho Recruit. And then that's only the ATS. Then we have CRMs, and we don't have enough time to go through the whole list, but you can you can find it in our website. But we cover the major ones: HubSpot, Salesforce, Monday, and etc.
Yes. So basically, and if we don't have an integration, we can also look at basically deploying that integration on our end as well too. So if you don't see a software ATS or CRM on our list, we're happy to also explore that integration on our end. Of course, we have also major ones with Google Workplace, as well as Microsoft Teams as well, and so more. So we have 100+ integrations with over 80+ features as well that Ringover offers that make us really competitive in the market. And then our game changer in the market is the conversational AI. Getting that data, note-taking, the understanding the mood analysis of the calls, the analysis of the calls. How did your team perform on that call? Also, just the data that also links to your ATS and CRM. So you're talking about managers, directors. If you need to do those KPI reports, therefore you can build that out with data. You actually have data from those calls, and you know what your team performance looks like. So I'm excited about Empower, all the things that we're doing with Empower. And the good thing about Empower, and Marcos, that you know, because we're always in those like developer meetings and then release meetings and stuff, is that Empower is growing like every 2 weeks. Our product roadmap is so extensive for this year and continuous to be growing also into next year. And we're also talking about releasing later this year chatbots and the AI agents and all that good stuff. It's coming soon.
Yeah. You actually have to separate sometime every week to go through the new things on Empower, to be aware and to learn them.
Yes.
So there's a lot coming.
Okay, so basically what's next? AJ, can you load that up for us? Let us know what's next. So basically our next webinar is coming up, and this one is going to be the IVR meets AI. So those organizations that are looking to use an advanced IVR and basically match that with Empower, we'll be going over that with Italo, who is our IVR expert. He lives in the IVR. He will tell you all the custom workflows. He will basically go through all of the custom greetings that you can do there. That will be coming up next week, I believe on June the 11th at 3:30. And then also, depending on the first 2 attendees, we're doing some Omaha Steak Package gift card as well too for that event. And I believe we're also going to be doing 30 days of Empower for free. We might be raffling that off. But don't forget, you can go for a test drive with Ringover. You can sign up and request a demo directly on our website. And then our team will reach out to you within 24 hours to sign up for a demo. You can also see the demo environment as well when you log on in a trial period. And then we can you can ask any questions. You can reach out to our support team. You can figure out if we are a right fit for you, which we know we're a right fit for you before you go ahead and buy. So basically, thank you guys so much for all your time today. Do anybody have any questions? Feel free to ask me any questions in the chat. And then also go to ringover.com. I'm going to drop this right in the chat right now. ringover.com. Explore what we offer. We also have a full suite offering Empower, which is our conversational AI, Ringover, which is our voice over IP solution, and then Cadence, which is our sales prospecting, which I am a big workflow and productivity head. I love Cadence. I love how Cadence integrates with LinkedIn, how you can build email templates for your team. There's so much, and we have so many more webinars, fun webinars coming up. And I think our next webinar that we're going to do is a happy hour. So again, if you want to do a live demo, go to ringover.com, request a demo there, and our team will reach back out to you. Thank you guys. And also, don't forget to follow us on social